Five, four, three, two, one. Welcome back to the Crypto Factor. Welcome back to your favorite live cryptopreneurship show. We come at you 7 o'clock each and every Sunday, 7 o'clock EEST time. What time is it in CET, Derek? Derek is with us.
Oh, we're EST. It's 12 p.m.
12 p.m. EST. We're here with you every week. Derek is here with us from United Coin. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin. We're going to be talking about cryptocurrency. We're going to be talking about Russia, Ukraine. We're going to be talking about whoever is talking over Derek right now, and we will be talking about a World War III scenario. Is it good for Bitcoin? Is it good for crypto? Just kidding. But we will be talking about it and see where we are right now, because this is not a joke. It's actually quite worrying. Derek, welcome, man. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate you, man.
Paul, thanks for having me. I know I've been gone for a couple of weeks, but I really appreciate you having me back on. I was a little sick there, but I'm back. I'm recovered. I'm feeling good. Family's feeling good, and glad to be back.
Yeah, it's cool, man. We're happy to see that 1,000 units giveaway again this week, man. So. So yeah, man. So what is going on with Bitcoin? Before we get started, I just want to tell everybody here, because everybody here is worrying. Everybody here is wondering what's going on with Bitcoin, what's going on with crypto. Are we going up and are we going down? And I'm here to tell you this. Watch the 40K psychological level. If we are bullish, we're going to break above 40K, hold 40K, right? And then possibly go to the 43K region, go back, revisit the 40 to 41.5K. In that case, if that holds, that would be a great buying position. You can also buy the breakout, but that's more risky. If you do that and you buy Bitcoin there, you can put a stop loss under 40K so that you'll get stopped out of your trade if it goes under. If you're a long-term investor, it doesn't really matter. You just dollar cost averaging in anyway, so that is regardless. But all these videos are coming out all the time. For weeks, it's been exactly the same thing. I understand putting out daily videos. A lot of people ask me, Paul, why aren't you putting out daily videos? Because nothing is happening daily right now. Well, now it is, but it wasn't to do with Bitcoin price. 40K, watch that level. Derek, do you agree, man?
Yeah, 40K is the spot right now. That's going to be the threshold where, as you mentioned, we go above. We're going to keep on going. If we don't reach there within the next, I would say within the next 30 days, you might see a little bit more downtrend. And a lot of what's going on right now in the world is affecting this. So there's going to be a lot of factors that are going to be coming out probably over the next week, over the next month. That are going to really be affecting the cryptocurrency market. So you got to understand that it's not just the markets themselves and traders themselves, but there's going to be a lot of external pressures.
And we're going to be talking about all that. And by the way, we're going to be getting to the chat. I see so many people chatting. I see G-Raw, Crypto Freedom, George Taco. I see Lou Bear. We're going to Cryptocology, which I actually owned, cryptocology.com at some point. We're going to be talking about answering all your questions. We're going to be doing a giveaway. I'm stuttering today. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just watched Venom Part 2, Let There Be Carnage. And I have to say, I'm a little bit disappointed. I thought it was going to be a lot better. But I'm still a Marvel fan. I'm a Marvel fan, but I thought it was going to be better. But it was okay. It wasn't as bad as The Matrix Resurrections, which totally sucked. Completely bad. I couldn't even get through it. I didn't even watch the ending of it. I think I watched 2/3 of it, and I didn't even touch it. I even bought it so I can watch it. The messed up thing is I actually bought the movie so I can watch it in this digital age, and guess what? No. It sucks. Completely sucks. I don't know what they were thinking. But anyway, man, so that's the Bitcoin level, 40K we're watching. Cryptocurrency will pretty much follow Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes down, cryptocurrency, in the most part, will go down more. If Bitcoin goes up, cryptocurrency, in the most part, will go up more. Everybody doing technical analysis on various cryptocurrencies right now is a waste of time. Yes, I understand why they're doing it. Views for this, views for that, views for that coin. It's all the same shit. Just follow Bitcoin right now. That's all you need to focus at. There's other things you can do with your life right now than try and follow each and every cryptocurrency, worrying about Russia, worrying about Ukraine, right? Which is terrible, by the way. What is going on there? Derek, you're into politics, man. What is going on there?
Well, there's a lot of things going on there, man. There's a lot of things going on there. I mean, from one standpoint, Ukraine is extremely rich in natural resources, right? So it's a huge play, right? And then from a geopolitical aspect, you're looking at the fact that there's a lot of sanctions and things that are moving on now, and the things that are going on are intense, man. They're intense to the extent that you're seeing people who are getting involved that usually don't get involved. You're seeing cryptocurrency moving in a way that it's very interesting, right? Where you're seeing, it was very interesting to me, right? Russia recently removed the issues with using Bitcoin there. And now in Ukraine, they're asking for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Then you're seeing the EU talking about trying to look at digital currencies as as a means to get around sanctions. I mean, this is incredible in regards to cryptocurrency as a use case, if we're looking at it that way. The other part of it is that what's going on there is absolutely terrible. I personally was in the military here in the United States. I was in the Air Force, and my parents are in there. My father's retired colonel. My uncles all in the military, right? But even with that, like you're killing other sons and daughters, man.
Yeah, it's bad.
You're killing people's children. You know, this is stuff that you don't come back from easily. Taking another person's life takes a piece of you. These are ramifications from this that are going to be felt for generations, just from what's been done so far, right? So it's number one, extremely disheartening. You know, I've already shed a few tears myself, and who knows what they're going through, really, right? There's a lot of media that's coming out, especially here in the United States, that you can't really rely on. And then at the same time, if you're actually talking to people who are there, some people are extremely affected. Like, I mean, like next door neighbors, there's things happening, and then some people aren't being affected as much. And so overall, I would just like to say, you know, my heart goes out to them. We're praying for them. Same time, I think that there's a lot of people who are in positions of power that have some really important decisions to make right now, you know. And the number one thing is saving lives, in my opinion.
Right.
Right.
I agree. I agree. I'm actually in Greece. We're pretty close. I have a lot of friends from there, and it's really bad. But at the same time, if you want to, a lot of people they're gonna ask me like pretty much in the chat. They're gonna ask of our opinions and stuff like that. What's going on, and everything. And I'm just gonna give you a little summary about my opinion. Now I might be wrong about a few things. But I'm going to tell you my opinion. I'm going to tell you, and then I'm going to be talking about a few things that I think it's on everybody's mind. Can this escalate? Can this move more? Can it get into World War III? And so on. And the way I see it is this. Everybody is right and everybody is wrong. And let me explain what I mean, because that might sound a little bit stupid until I explain what I mean. On Ukraine's side, right, they used to have, after the Second World War, they used to have nuclear weapons. And they were asked to remove nuclear weapons with a promise that the USA, basically everybody in the West, will protect them. Okay, so Ukraine is right now, has the right to be protected because that was a promise. Nothing in writing, mind you. Now, Ukraine wants to become autonomous country and so on. Now Ukraine wants to get into NATO. They openly expressed they wanted to get into NATO. Mind you, people that are saying that Ukraine leadership is so great and everything, let's not forget that they're pretty right-wing. Okay, let's be honest here. I'm not saying it's bad or good or anything, but they're pretty right-wing. And everybody's saying right now that, whatever's going on with the Russians, killing Ukrainians, let's not forget that there was a lot of Ukrainians doing stuff to the Russian people over there as well. Okay? Now, I'm not saying who's right, I'm not saying who's wrong here. But give me a second, let me explain. The West wants Ukraine in NATO to control Russia, okay? And they want to bring armies there to control Russia. And I understand that. Of course they want that. Even though they said they're not going to go past Germany back in the day. They started taking Balkan states, ex-Soviet states, and now Ukraine, which is right on their doorstep. Can you imagine having nukes right on your doorstep that could take you out in a second? And I understand that's great. I mean, America, I think, should control the world. Look what happens when they don't. Okay? I'm not saying I am pro-American here, but at the same time, I understand the Russian side. I'm also pro-Russian because look, suddenly you're taking Ukraine, and you're coming right on my doorstep, and all these sanctions and everything. How do I know that you don't attack me, or you make me into a nothing? You can do anything you want after. You pretty much so Russia has a right to protect itself as well. So Russia asked, amongst other things, I think the most important one was Ukraine not to get into NATO. They weren't bluffing about that, right? We couldn't have supplied that, and they should have supplied that, in my opinion. Just say, Ukraine won't get into NATO for the next 10 years. We'll talk about it in 10 years. Now, at the same time, Russia, they didn't do that. Now, they also asked for denuclearizing or taking out weapons from other states and stuff like that. And I'm not sure about that part. I know that the core was, because they were willing to negotiate about Ukraine getting into NATO. Now, at the same time, did you know that Russia actually started in Ukraine? Like literally. So there's a lot of sentimental things going on there. Most Russians have Ukrainian blood and vice versa.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
And suddenly, it's moving. They just can't accept it. Putin can't accept that. Right? So there's also sentimental things going on, emotional things going there as well. But it's mostly strategy, because guess what? Putin is a politician, and he's been like the president for 20 years right now. He's a smart guy. He was in the KGB. He's not an idiot. So I think he's going past that and looking more into more things. But at the same time, he was planning this. He was building up to this. Not planning it, but building up his army after he saw what happened in Georgia in 2014. Right? So he vowed to build his army up, and he did. His nuclear program, his army, everything. He realized that he wasn't as strong. And now Russia's back as a power. And Derek, know this, you're in the army, right? And you're into politics, especially when it comes to Russian culture, is who's the most strongest guy. Because if you're not the strongest guy, you will get dethroned. Okay? So now... he had no choice but to follow through with what he did. Now, I'll take that back. I honestly thought he was going to take those two areas down at the bottom. I can't remember the names of them right now. Excuse my, I'm a bit tired, but I can't remember the names right now. But I thought he was going to take those two areas, maybe a little bit bigger, and that was it. But he's going full scale, which is insane, and I think that's wrong. Yeah. But at the same time, I thought he was going to take those two areas and then use them for negotiation, for leverage. He went a bit further. Yeah. He went a bit further. So now they're holding diplomatic talks, and in response to sanctions and aggressiveness, as Putin puts it, he put his nuclear arsenal on high alert. I don't know if you heard about this morning. So now, yes, nukes can be launched a lot easier, a lot faster from Russia. And of course, the West condemns this and so on. Now, this could be a bluff. Not bluff, actually. It's a power play to show that he means business. He already said a few days ago that if anybody stands in Russia's way, they will be met with nothing they've seen before in history, implying a nuclear strike. Now he's doing this, and that's some scary shit. And anybody being scared right now, anybody worried about that, believe me, it's okay. It's some scary shit. All right? So, because you don't know.
I don't know if the ramifications of nuclear weapons are intense, man.
Dude, of course they are. And the problem is, if somebody fires one nuke, the West will probably have to retaliate with one nuke to show that they're, whatever. And then if this keeps on going, it's all-out war. Now, there's a case to make. There's also tactical nukes, and tactical nukes are more concise. But you're still going to have fallout. You're still going to have radiation, especially if you're in Europe. So everybody right now is scared. Now, is is Putin doing this as a power play to show that he is powerful, to show negotiations, to whatever? Because he's going to have, he's having a diplomatic meeting tonight with Zelensky, or not, maybe not tonight, but he's having a diplomatic meeting to talk to see if they can solve this up in near Belarus, Levkorosia in Greek anyway. And we're going to see right now what's going to happen with that. But that power play, he's showing that Russia can show business. Now, is he doing a power play? Because a power play was getting 100, 150, then 180,000 soldiers on the border. And so you saw what happened. So now, if the West continues with sanctions and doing what they're doing, all right, what's going to happen? Now, if he fires the nukes, I wouldn't want to imagine he would do that in that reason. Maybe he's doing it as a sort of a defense play. What if he goes for more territories? What if he goes for Finland after, which it was instigated? So we don't know what's going to happen with this, and it's scary. And I want to tell anybody right now that's worried and scared, listen, it's probably not going to happen. We don't know if it's going to happen or not. But if you feel scared, don't feel bad. I'm worried. I'm not gonna lie, it's in the back of my head, right? Otherwise I wouldn't be talking about it, and that's why I'm talking about it right now, just so that people will feel that it's not a bad thing. For example, it's not a bad thing to feel scared. Anyway, what do you think, Derek?
I'm there with you. There's no problem feeling scared. There's no problem feeling fear. It's about what you do after you feel it.
Yes. Yes.
That's it's being human, right? That's a part of being human, right? And there's nothing wrong with being human. In regards to nuclear weapons and things, I hadn't heard about that before we got on, but there's this area of too much, and this area of like line crossing that I've just that I'm seeing so much now, and these big plays, they're so, the word, I hate to say that it's not thought through. I hate to say that. But to think that taking lives is the answer to a political issue is the worst thought process I have ever seen in my life. I don't understand it at all. I don't think it makes sense. I don't think that it has any merit whatsoever. And I think it's dumb. I'm just going to say it. I think it's dumb. When you look, I mean, I don't think there's ever a time, except in immediate individual danger, that taking life is okay, man.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, we got to understand how valuable a human being is, right? Like, come on, like, what are we doing here? And then the other side of it is that I can only imagine what it's like to be in Russia or Ukraine right now. Man, like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Right.
We live in a world where literally the smallest amount of collaboration between human beings changes the world forever. And we're talking about war?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? There's so many other things to be taken care of. I mean, one quote that I always go back to during these times is that all these people have money for war, but they can't feed any poor people, right? From Tupac Shakur. Like, we have all this money for war, but feeding poor people is hard. Feeding people is the tough thing to do. Come on, man. We put all this effort into war, but none of this, but can we feed people? Can we make sure people don't go to sleep hungry? Come on, man.
Look,
so much thought process can be, this energy can be used in so many other places.
Right. So, look, it is what it is. What's going on right now is going on right now. I want to talk a little bit about how Bitcoin's performing, cryptocurrency is performing under these conditions. I want to ask you a couple of questions because you do have a lot of knowledge, right? I mean, you're in politics, you were in the army, your father is a former state senator, your uncle was in the Ministry of Defense, correct?
He's retired Department of Defense, yeah.
Retired Department of Defense. So you have a lot of knowledge. I want to ask you a couple of things and talk to you about this, but So we saw that as soon as the invasion happened, Bitcoin went up, and we'll go back into the political side and talk about this stuff in a second. But we saw, and I want to go to the chat and see what everybody's opinion is. But we saw Bitcoin and cryptocurrency rise as soon as the invasion happened. And okay, technically, there's something that says buy the rumors, sell the invasion, right? I mean, it happens in stock markets, it happened in the Iraq War, it happened in a lot of places. So this is something that. But my question is this: does war, and you'll see exactly where I'm getting at here, Derek, does war or can war, well, can war or does war cause inflation or deflation?
I mean, it depends on which side of the war you're on.
All right. So let's, when would a war cause deflation? When would a war cause inflation?
So a war could cause deflation when you have an increase in supplies.
Right.
Right. So you could see a drop in the price of some specific goods, right? Inflation, of course, because people are not working, doing the same things. They're going to war. Demand stays high, and supply reduces.
Would this benefit the West with high inflation right now?
We both know what the answer is, man. And
I'm not saying they're doing it because of that, but is it a plus they would be looking at as an answer to inflation?
Think about this. Okay? I'm going to give you, going with inflation, going with everything we're talking about, let's talk about this aspect. Russia decriminalizes Bitcoin 2 weeks before they invade Ukraine.
Right.
Okay? Then decriminalizes basically almost all cryptocurrencies. Allows people to be able to buy cryptocurrencies and use those. What's the first sanction that everybody's talking about?
Swift.
Take them off Swift.
Which they have, by the way,
right.
In part, yeah.
Right, which they did. If they did the thing, which a lot of people may have noticed, which is switch to Bitcoin at all, are Russians using Bitcoin now?
Could they?
Same currency that's being used to send to Ukraine. Is there more usage of Bitcoin now?
I know that Tether is trading with a premium in Ukraine right now.
Right. And then, same time, the White House is talking about, oh, we need to come out with some rules about cryptocurrency.
So yeah.
So you're looking at right now where a lot of people in political positions are using cryptocurrency as a tool in politics right now, right? To sway public opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It's very interesting. It's very interesting.
A lot of times people don't understand that. You know, it was the same thing with a certain. I'm not gonna say it because you do get demonetized and taken off the platform. I'm not gonna say it, but there's a certain illness going around that people say that were manufactured. Now, what I'm gonna say, and a lot of people are against a lot of vaccines and so on because they're afraid that it's fake. Or is done to pass certain laws and agendas. And I'm going to say this: whether it's manufactured, whether it's fake or real, governments will use this to pass their agenda. They don't have just because something may or may not have been manufactured does not mean people won't use it, politicians won't use it, countries won't use it to pass their agenda. That happens all the time. And that's where people start getting the half-truths and everybody starts getting paranoid and not believing everything, which rightfully so because they're confused. But the truth is, yes, they will use this for their agenda. So it's very hard. Let's go into the chat. Let me see if anybody has any questions, if anybody's saying anything here. I'll take it from the beginning. I'm going to say hi to everybody saying hi right now. I love you guys too, but I'm going to go straight into the questions. Algo is not a question. Jordan saying, thank you for the book you sent me. Thank you you're very welcome, man. People disappointed in the new Matrix, of course.
I mean, I was really happy another Matrix came out. That's
Alice
all I have to
Crowley says
say.
a sign of a certain disease going out in Ukraine, which is weird. Which is not weird because people going through borders and everything would make sense. I mean, we've been going through this thing for a while now, right? Did you watch The
Mhm.
Matrix, by the way, Derek?
Yes, I did. I'm a big Matrix fan.
Did
I'm
you
a
like
big
it?
Matrix. I liked it because I'm a Matrix fan. I didn't like it because I also like movies.
You what?
I didn't like it because I like movies. You
Right.
know, like it was
It was
great for Matrix,
stupid.
but it was not a good
It wasn't
movie,
just.
man. I
It looked
mean,
like.
and I can't say it wasn't a good movie. It was a good movie, but it wasn't a great movie. Like Matrix movies have been great. You know, they've been very, very good movies. And this was just like, yeah, this is something you spend 2 hours on, and maybe you never watch again.
It was random. It looked like a random generated NFT. Like, I'm serious. It looked like a random generated NFT from with AI. It sucked. It was really bad. Hamid Karim says the new Spider-Man movie was really good. Okay, good. I want to watch that, man. I actually want
Yeah,
to
I
watch
haven't
that.
seen that yet either. I've heard a lot of good reviews of that too.
I bought Matrix Revelations or Resurrections and the Venom 2 on YouTube. I literally bought it. Oh, I rented Venom, but I bought Matrix because I wanted to watch it. It wasn't for rent. $20, and it just sucked. I didn't even finish it. I was so mad. Why this will dawn World War III and the beginning of age of crypto? Well, we don't know if it's going to dawn World War III. It certainly might dawn a new Cold War, which might be a good thing if it's remains like that. A lot happened. The previous Cold War was one of the safest times in the world, right? But at the age of crypto, there might be economical wars. There might be cyber wars. Hopefully, there won't be a nuclear one, right? Or it won't start that way. I look. Chances are this won't escalate at anybody using nukes.
Right.
All right. That's something I wanted to add before because people might be scared. And chances are they won't. There's always a
Right.
possibility, right? There's a possibility that Shiba Inu will go to $100 tomorrow, but it's not. Now the possibilities may be more than that. I would say that there's more chance of World War III using nukes than I don't know Safe Moon going to $2, but but yeah, let's it's not the first time we almost went to for World War III. By the way, with using nukes. I mean the Cuban Missile Crisis. That was the scariest time, right, Derek?
Oh, that was man.
That
Living
was
in Miami during that time was nuts, man.
I think that was closer to
Nuts.
World War III or using nukes than right now.
Yeah, because they literally had nukes pointing at the United States of America less than 100 miles away.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was intense.
When all the countries start fighting, they will say they need to cancel SWIFT payment system and move transactions into cryptocurrencies such as the ICO. You're trying to say XRP will take... Look, it needs time. It needs time, and it's not going to go out right now. Bitcoin will be used before XRP. I'm not against XRP right now, by the way. Let's be honest. Somebody asking for collaboration. Let's collaborate and have a crypto talk, looking for more content talk. Just send me an email, paul@cryptofactor.net. We'll talk about it. Reality is simple. It's already been scripted. You know what? Here's the problem with scripting shit. Human beings are very bad at predicting things and seeing into the future. Because there's always events that happen or shit that goes wrong that you do not account for, right? We're a victim to our own smartness. So as much as things are scripted, I really think things go over off script. Unless you're talking religious-wise right now. I really don't think things go as planned as much as we think they go as planned.
Oh,
right?
Human beings are very bad at telling the future.
They're very bad,
Very
right?
bad. Very bad. Now, in regards to scripting things, yes, there's two sides of that. There's manscriptions, and then there's also Godscriptions, as you could say, if you're looking at the religious aspect of it. Yes, I mean, everything is written, yes, all those good things. But human beings writing things, I'll tell you, we in math, and my dad's a mathematician, and we work on different things, and so we've gone through the number of variables that human beings can really get to, right? And understanding what they can really look at, even using AI and things like that. Human beings can really only understand like 7 to 18 scenarios.
Yeah.
Like we're way under what's necessary in order to be able to predict things. But I will tell you something. There is a lot of collaboration between countries that you think are not collaborating. Yes. There's a lot of collaboration between individuals that you think are not collaborating. There are a lot of, and this is from private companies to public companies to governments. And so collaboration in regards to scripting, yes, there's a lot of that going on. And they call that collusion.
Okay. True. Let me ask you something. You're a Democrat, correct?
I would like to say I'm more independent.
Okay.
My family is very democratic, but there are some Republican things that I like, right?
Right.
Really like one of the philosophies in our household is it doesn't matter whose mouth it comes out of. It's the truth and it's the right thing to do, and it's the right thing to do. The bipartisanship of that doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't matter who's saying it. It matters if it's the right thing to do. And so that's how I kind of act. If the right person's saying the right things, and that's the right person.
All right. So I thought I actually like Barack Obama a lot, but I have a question for you. All right.
Cool.
If the former president of the United States was in power, would this be happening right now?
Barack Obama?
No. Donald Trump.
Oh, Donald Trump. It's funny. I was having this conversation with my wife the other
day. because the truth is, Biden doesn't strike you as a person that,
Well, you have to also understand who Donald Trump was, right? The guy.
He was unpredictable.
Yeah,
plus, he was business. He was talking to Russia, right?
He was a businessman. Like, he went to Russia and talked to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, he went and had a conversation with the guy. He went and talked to the Kim Jong-un. Like, it's you have to have understanding of people to do things like that,
Right.
And it's not just politics, but it's also like people when you do something like that. And so I'm not going to say I love Donald Trump. I'm not going to say I hate him. Everybody does things. Some people do things that they shouldn't do. People do things that they should do, right? Every human is human. And so if he were in power, I don't know if it would be happening. Why? Because he seemed to have a decent relationship with Putin. Instead of wanting to go to war, he would have a conversation. What are we doing here?
I think so too.
Instead of not having conversations and just going straight to sanctions.
Yeah.
Right? I think that conversations are very important. I think it's very important to communicate, even with your enemies, man. You got to know who they are too.
Of course.
You got to understand what's going on over there. You got to understand reasons for doing things, But again, as I mentioned before, there's a lot of people collaborating that you don't know who are collaborating. Yes. There are a lot of people who are talking together who you don't know who are talking together. And so, yeah.
George Taco is saying the media is lying on both sides. We need people on the ground there to show us live. Well, you do with TikTok and with whatever, well, not TikTok, but with mobile phones and so on. The problem is, if I hold my hand up right now, like this, there's a certain way to hold up your hand. It looks like I'm flipping you off, but if you turn around, it shows you have three fingers. I can't do the actual thing. So I'll give you an example of how media is really fucking with people right now. Excuse my French, well, English, but in a different way. But there was a morning show on the news, actually. My girlfriend's sister said that she saw on the news that Putin's wife came out on TV and said that this is not Putin, this is a clone, it was his double that was used, in case of something happening, and that he was kidnapped from the house, and ever since they're trapped there, and she can't speak and everything, but she's tired of it. Her husband would never do this stuff, and would never do these terrible things. And I remember hearing this somewhere before. So I Googled Putin's wife, and I saw that he was divorced since 2014. So a lot of times, media will come out with some strange shit. Unless this is like a recap of what happened in 2014, and it's possible or not. But again, like I remember this shown on TV a long time ago. I don't know if you ever saw something like this, Derek, in America or anything. But it was.
Well, I've heard of this. I've heard of this before.
You have heard of this.
Yeah, and many presidents, many people have said that they've been cloned and all types of things. And I mean, grain of salt, man. I don't know about this.
I really think media should be very responsible right now. Another problem. I don't know if you've ever seen Greek TV, but in the Iraq War, back with Saddam Hussein, everyone was scared shitless because the Greek TV has a certain vibe to it. They will not come out and say, for example, okay, America is now going to enter Iraq. They're going to take over Iraq and they're going to do what they have to do, whatever they say. They will say, America will now invade Iraq. Boom, 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 slide shots, music. Then Vipers and fucking snipers and fucking aircraft and they're gonna go in and they won't let go. Ba-bam! And like it's like a fucking movie trailer. But like fucking old grannies dying of heart attacks. I was a kid scared shitless of Saddam coming and get me. Like literally, like they make a spectacle out of it.
What?
If you ever see,
that's scary.
It's scary as shit, dude. like at least in American news channels, people lie. They don't put sound effects, visual effects, and fucking music for added fucking effect. It's insane.
Wow.
You see Ryan like
Yeah, that's scary stuff, man. Yeah.
Oh man. Euronation says Putin has lost his mind. Yes, but at the same time, I don't know if he has a choice, but I don't know if he was left with a big one. Like maybe he overdid it. He should have stopped at a certain port, got some leverage and negotiated. But at the same time, in his mind, I don't think he has much of a choice. He doesn't want Ukraine in NATO. He just doesn't. Now, I don't think he cares if the president of Ukraine is far right wing or not. He probably wouldn't. I don't think he would have acted as much for the shelling or whatever. I think it's overplayed, but I think that it's hard. It's like Mexico decides that they want Texas back. Right? Or Mexico decides to say, okay, we're in the Soviet Union right now. We're going to bring out, nuclear bombs and armies next to America, next to Texas. I don't think America would, be happy about that.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Just like the Cuban Missile Crisis, like with Cuba, right? Which
Exactly.
Well, this is like the other way around, only Ukraine was a part of Russia. Now, yes, it's a free country. Yes, okay, I'm with you. All they had to do was say, not NATO. NATO was supposed to have stopped a long time ago anyway expanding. They just keep on expanding, right? And Putin now saw the weakness in the West, and with the elections and everything will happen with Biden. I really think that Biden seems weak. I think there's a big problem. I think America, what they did with controlling the world, everyone's like, oh, why does America get involved with all these wars around the world, and why is it anything to do with them? They should concentrate. No, they should, because they were keeping the world sane. Because if America doesn't do it, like it or not, it will be either Russia or China doing it, and that's what people don't understand. It's not an ideal world here. Somebody
a lot
has
of people
to,
don't understand that part. Yeah.
Somebody has to do it. Somebody has to be the bad guy. Somebody has to be the bad guy. And I would rather it be America than China or Russia. Yeah. I just would. At least we'll get more Marvel movies out of it.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. It's really interesting to hear the perspective of people about American government outside of America. It's really interesting. Man.
People are going to hate what I just said, by the way. People are going to unsubscribe, but it is true. But it's true. Like really, like think about in an ideal world, yeah, nobody would get involved with anybody.
This is a heck of a country, man, and a heck of a world. And when people think that the president matters as much as it does here, I'm just like, it doesn't.
It does when it comes to psychology of other of other countries, though.
It does come psychology, yes, it does. But man, there are so many different committees, so many different PACs, so many groups of people that are actually running the government.
Yeah.
That when people talk about something, I'm just like, it's great for media. It's great to talk about.
Right.
But the people who are running the government are the law firms that write laws. Okay, let's understand what's really going on.
Pretty much, man. Pretty much. Ukraine has become a puppet of the West, and Putin wants to put an end to that. Remember the coup in 2014. Rena, okay, George. Rena says, Montenegro says, Russia is a bully. It's wrong to take a land that's not yours. Of course, it's wrong to go take a land, but remember, the West pulled a coup in 2014, and they installed a puppet government for the West. Putin came in on Obama watch. Correct. And now Putin wants to put a puppet government with somebody that's pro-Russian or get in writing or in a way, what's the word I'm looking for? Make sure they don't get into NATO would be one of them, and maybe not having so many military around. It's a weird situation. As I said before, everybody's wrong, but at the same time, everybody's right. It's really bad. And
everybody's chest pounding. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Euronation saying drink coffee, Paul. Had too much already, man. Gully got a Glock. Nice name. I feel the same as you, Paul. I support Russia in this situation. Whoa. I'm not saying that I'm supporting Russia here. There's not. I'm not supporting it. I'm supporting Greece, dude. I'm just giving an opinion. I'm saying I understand. I'm saying I understand Russia. I understand Ukraine. I understand America, right, in the West. I'm not saying I'm with or against. Everything is too detailed. There's so much I do not know, which I do not know to be able to take anybody's side. Okay, just because I like Putin as a style, because I thought he was a cool guy. Right now, I'm not saying I'm supporting Russia or what he's doing. Different thing. I like Donald Trump. I read his books. Right? I'm not sure if he's going to be the best president in the world. Okay, I'm just saying. Right? But anyway, Putin also extended a proposal for peace and was denied. Yeah, okay, but his proposal was I think his proposal was a bit too. His proposal was Ukraine would never go into NATO. That some countries in the Baltics are going to NATO for it to be reversed, so they're not into NATO, and something else that was a bit ridiculous. Okay, it's a negotiation, but they poke proud, antagonized Russia. That's why he was threatened. Oh no, nukes aren't scaring the UN. No, they're not scaring the UN. Because guess what? The UN has nukes as well. And everybody controlling the nukes and everything is actually underground anyway. They don't give a shit. Well, they do give a shit, but they don't give a shit. Don't forget, did you know that, I think in America, when you fire a nuke, there's actually 4 people that push the button, but you only need 2 of them. And that's so if anybody gets scared or gets too emotional, can't push the button, it only needs 2 of the people to push the button for the nukes to get launched.
That's crazy. That's very interesting.
Yeah. I feel bad for the people in Ukraine and Russian people. Yeah, so do I. Because I like Russians and I like Ukrainians. I do. I'm in Greece. We have Ukrainians. We have Russians. I think they're amazing. I really do think they're good people.
They're both good people, man.
Don't ask a Russian to tell a joke, but they're funny in their own little way. What are you talking about? I'm very funny.
Man. We're all good people. Well, almost every human wants peace and tranquility, man. They want to be able to live in peace.
Alistair Crowley says, why did Putin bomb 8 USA biolabs in Ukraine? Because those labs had poison. I didn't hear about this, but I'm pretty sure he bombed a lot of things. He also bombed the military sites and anything that would be able to retaliate. ADA is like $90. What's your current forecast for Cardano in this bull run? ADA is not $90. ADA maybe 90 cents. Oh, come on, Harry. It's not $90. Anyway, we got to see what's going on. With ADA is very positive. I told you guys before, when I got into ADA, got out of ADA, got back into ADA, perfectly almost. And I said ADA now, got out of my position. ADA now is a long-term play. And I think ADA will do very well. But let's see what's going on with everything else right now. Someone's calling you a brainwashed puppy, Derek.
Me? A brainwashed puppy?
You're a brainwashed puppy.
Oh, because my parents were in the military?
I don't know, man. It was a while ago.
Oh, okay.
Ukraine has become a bad place for the deep state. The people have nothing to do with it. Yeah, I agree, man. I think Ukrainians are amazing people. Somebody quoting Tupac.
Interesting that someone would call me a brainwashed puppy. If they actually knew me, they'd think.
Right, I'm sure. Next, you will say communism is good and climate change is garbage. No, I don't think none of us here would say communism is good. And I have no opinion on climate change because I'm not a scientist. But nobody here would say communism good. First of all, I'm a capitalist. Derek, what are you?
I'm most likely I would say I'm a capitalist, but I wouldn't say I'm a pure.
Yeah,
pure
I'm a capitalist, but I have some
But,
social. I'm social when it comes to medical and schools and stuff. But I'm a capitalist in general.
Yeah. I think working hard should be rewarded.
Yes. People also don't. If you actually, people that are actually communists, if you guys actually read what communism is, I don't think you would be communist. Most people are communists because they think they know what communism is.
They know what communism is. Yeah, they think they know what it is.
They would like to blame the war for the economy that will implode because of the 2-year lockdown that the people that closed their business. I don't think they need to blame a war for that, dude. Gas prices will go up. True. Just looking at the chat here. Derek, question for you. Do you think everything that is going on crypto is evolving to the next step for world currency? That's a good question.
I think it was the first step in world currency was the invention of cryptocurrency, yes. And I'm pretty sure that this is pointing in that direction. But we have to understand that the US dollar is already almost a world currency. So this is only the beginning, but I'll tell you now, whether we know it or not, the majority of this stuff is being watched by the government already, right? There is no Bitcoin transactions that people don't know about. There's no Ethereum transaction no one knows about. Everything is watched. If there was ever a means to be able to get digital money out to people and to be able to track every transaction in the world, that's what cryptocurrency is. I don't know if we know that yet, but that's what it is. You can't hide with Bitcoin. You can't hide with Ethereum. You can't hide with any of these cryptocurrencies. Now, maybe something like Monero or Zcash, but even those are watched by governments. I mean, I don't know what people are thinking about world currencies, but every digital currency that exists is being watched by governments, and government world currencies, there's almost not even a need for it. I mean, every transaction in electronic cash is watched.
Yeah.
We're already there.
The Nothing Show. Morning, fellas. What's up, man? What is your opinion on leaderless governance?
Like
You
a
mean
DAO?
You mean wait? What does he mean by dog just visited us earlier on? By the way, what do you what does he mean? By the way, hit that like button. There's only like 12 likes on this video. I knew I shouldn't have gone into politics, but I had to because everything's going on here. Hit that like button if you're enjoying this, man. People are unsubscribing. People are getting out because they don't hear the rest of the conversation, and then they think something, and then they just oh, fuck these motherfuckers. I mean, come on. I mean, cut me some slack here. It's just an opinion piece. So what's my opinion on leaderless governance?
Are they talking about DAOs, like distributed autonomous organizations?
I don't know if they're talking about DAOs or if they're talking about politics right now, because we were talking about politics earlier on. The Nothing Show, can you be more specific? I'll get to your question later on, because I'm really curious to see what you're going to say.
Yeah.
Shai is asking about BitTorrent and UFO gaming. I think UFO gaming will do well if it bounces when crypto bounces back. I'm not so sure about BitTorrent. The Democrats.
Just want to give an important bit of information. Did we know that BitTorrent is actually built upon Navy code?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, code from the U.S. Navy. So what makes you think that they don't know how to get into BitTorrent? Just a little piece of it. Just a little piece to throw out there for you guys.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that. Yeah. I didn't even know that, dude. It's amazing. George Sacker, the Democrats are not the Democrats of the 80s. They have lost their way. Well, the Democrats are not Democrats in general, like not all of them anyway. I mean, if you compare, I don't think Democrats have anything to do with democracy. I think they're more left.
Democrats, do we understand that, I mean, Democrats aren't Democrats at all. Democrats, back when Abraham Lincoln was a Republican, were the people who owned slaves. I mean, and now they're the ones who are actually trying to get money into a lot of these inner cities. The entire political system of the United States of America has flip-flopped, has changed around, has moved around many times. This is not something that's new, right? Unless you're in the middle of it, you really don't, I mean, you're seeing a very small piece of the pie. I'm talking about like this, guys, is what you're actually seeing if you're not in politics. This is a very, very, I don't want to say complex game, but it has very many layers, okay? I mean, think about it like this. When you see a politician who is in the middle of a debate on the floor, and they're fighting for something, and they're talking about, oh, we need to make sure that this gets passed, or they're fighting for hours and hours and hours on the floor, somebody probably paid them to do that.
Yeah. To
slow down a law getting through, because the company that's getting affected by it is going to make hundreds of millions of dollars off of it.
I got a question for you, Derek. Hit this
this is a different world, man.
I have a question for you, man. Hit the like button if you're gonna like. If you like this question, I'm gonna ask Derek. Only if you like the question. Hit the like button, not the answer, but the question. Derek, you're American. You see what's going on right now in world politics. You're in politics. You see what's going on with Russia. You see everything that's going on, war, blah 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 blah, whatever. Which president of the United States in history would you be most comfortable with right now?
That I've seen.
Yeah, well, you've seen or you know about, right? It could be, I'm recent, pretty, in our lifetimes or maybe before.
So that's a crazy question.
That is a crazy question. Which president would you feel safest right now with everything going on in the world?
Would I get their cabinet too?
My knowledge on politics is not to that extent where I know
okay, when you have a politician, when you have a president, right? You have their vice president too, right?
Right.
And whether you know it or not, they have some influence. Then you also have not just their vice president, you also have their cabinet. You have their Secretary of Defense, their Secretary of State, all those.
Give me some examples of the answer. Yeah, I understand what you're saying now. Give me some examples of your answers.
So, for example, like Barack Obama, I would love him, but I would want someone probably like Colin Powell, right, to be Secretary of Defense in there, which is more like back in like Bill Clinton days.
Yes.
So For me, it would probably be a Bill or a Barack. And the reason why, Bill's not afraid to talk to people. Barack's not afraid to talk to people.
Yeah.
Right? This is a conversation. This should have been a conversation before we got here.
Yes.
Right? Those are people who can talk to people. They understand conversations. They understand people. They understand you have to have a relationship even if you don't like a guy. Right? And I know some people might fight me on it, but maybe even a Donald Trump. Why? Because he wasn't afraid to go over there and talk to the guy. Again,
plus
you have to be able to create a relationship, even with people you don't like, in order to be able to understand them as a human being and as a person, so that the decisions that you make are not based upon a lack of knowledge. And that's what happens a lot of times, is that we make decisions that are based upon a lack of knowledge. And so we think we're operating in truth, but we're really just operating on opinion. And if you're operating on opinion, and especially your own opinions, without research, you're probably wrong.
Right.
That's it.
Mr. Nice Guy says,
one
hi,
thing
guys.
about Bill Clinton that a lot of people don't know, Bill Clinton was a very smart man. Is a very smart man. Okay? This is a person who's going to go through many scenarios before he makes a decision. And that's one thing I really liked about him.
Yeah, but you guys are weird. Like, he did one thing with Monica Lewinsky, right? And everybody condemned him in America. In Greece, we were like, yeah! Well done!
My hands are up. I can't even talk about this stuff.
All right, cool. Hi guys, do you think if this is World War III, then crypto will drop 90%? Not sure the implications of the crypto. I'll give you the implications. If World War III breaks out, then everyone's going to drop 90%. Everyone, including you. Don't even think about crypto in that case. There'll be nothing to fucking buy.
If World War III breaks out, learn how to farm.
Yeah, well, if World War III breaks out, I don't think you're gonna need to even learn how to farm, because if it breaks out with nukes, come on, dude. There's nothing to do. It
doesn't take nukes to get to World War III, though.
No, that's true. That is true. Yeah. That is true.
Yeah.
What do you think about Russia and China creating a second SWIFT system between them and other countries like India? Don't you think China is behind everything that's happening in the Ukraine? I'm pretty sure. I think you know what I think is going on with China right now and the Ukraine. I think they're sitting there like this, and just watching.
Yes.
That's what China's doing right now.
They are in wait mode, and again. Is it any coincidence that they spent the last few years creating their own central bank digital currency so that they can now operate a digital currency in the midst of any wars? Just wanted to say, Is it a coincidence? I don't know. I don't think so.
All right, let's do the giveaway. Let's do a giveaway real quick, okay? Let's do a giveaway and see if we can change the whole thing here. Let's do the giveaway. So we need a riddle. Now, if you don't know how this giveaway works, what happens is Derek will give us a riddle. And the first person to answer that riddle will win 500 units. And all they have to do is send me their phone number, and I will send them the units. And the reason we're going to do it a bit different last time, everybody writes their numbers. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Just send me your phone number, your WhatsApp number, and you will get your units. Just email me, paul@cryptofactor.net. I'll verify it's you, and we'll send you the units. It's very easy.
Oh, nice.
All right, and we'll do it live. We'll send you the units live, but we're going to do it now. Like, we're going to do it on air. Like, instead of, like, writing swear words and stuff.
I see somebody said Barack Obama started so many wars. Yeah, but you don't know about the ones he stopped. Again, all we know is what people tell us, man. That's one thing a lot of people don't know.
G-Rock is asking, last question before we do the giveaway. Can you tell us how all this negativity right now play a positive role in crypto? Sure, why not? Crypto right now is finding a use case. right? So, and it's a bad use case and it's a good use case. Let me give you an example. When people were sending money into Canada to help the truckers, whether you agree or not, the government wanted to put a stop to that and asked a certain wallet to freeze the accounts. I think it's called Nchaku wallet, right? Or something like that. And the wallet pretty much answered, guess what? Very few words. We can't do that. Learn how custodial wallets work. When the Canadian dollar falls, we're going to be here to help you as well. In a nutshell, I made a video about this. True answer, by the way. It's hilarious. So they couldn't stop Bitcoin. They couldn't stop transactions. They could not freeze accounts. So that's one use case right there. The other use case is people getting out of war zones, which they're doing right now. But third of all, also being able to go around sanctions. So guess what? We're seeing that cryptocurrency can be used in general to keep things going, because for you something might be wrong, but for them is right. For the cause for them is correct. So cryptocurrency gives you the freedom of choice, if you will, in this way. So
very interesting. That's a great answer.
Let's do the giveaway, man. Let's do the okay. Riddle time. Riddle time. Push the like button. Riddle time. Give us a riddle, man. We're ready.
All right.
We're ready.
You guys ready?
We're ready.
I am a horse without legs and a body. I jump but never run. What kind of a horse am I?
All right. First person that answers will win 500 units. Let's see. Let's see.
Did you get it, Paul?
Nope. I didn't even listen to it. You lost me halfway. Say it again. Say it again.
I am a horse without legs and a body. I jump but never run. What kind of a horse am I?
Mr. Nice Guy says chess piece.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Nice Guy, congratulations. You were the first person to answer.
Good Lord, Mr. Nice Guy.
And let me show you exactly right here. So right after Renner Rich says knight, then G-Rock said chess horse, but the first person was Mr. Nice Guy right here, chess piece. Let's give him that. Congratulations, Mr. Nice Guy. You have won 500 units.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, so what you need to do
is... I got to get some better riddles, man. That was way too fast. Good Lord.
So, Mr. Nice Guy, email me real quick, paul@cryptofactor.net. Send me your WhatsApp number, and we'll send you 500 units right now. You're welcome, Omar. He says I do a great job as always. Thank you. Thank you. I do. By the way, while we wait for your no, Renner Rich, you did not. Let me show you again. Right here. Look, Renner Rich, you're right here with note and then knight. And then Mr. Nice Guy is right above you right here with a chess piece. See? It's right here in the chat. Right here in the chat. Sorry. You think it's before because of the stream, because of the lag and latency. So anyway, so it makes you feel better. It's not just because you spelled it wrong. It's because the other guy was on top of you. And this next time, Renna. Next time, don't worry. All right, so let me see if that email came through. Meanwhile, while we are waiting for their email to come through from Mr. Nice Guy, let me show you real quick. Actually, you know what? Yes, this is our BitBulls trailer. You can't see it, Derek, but everyone can see. This is our BitBulls game that's coming out right now. Well, pretty soon. I just wanted to show you some graphics. If you don't know about BitBulls, bitbulls.io. Check it out. BitBulls with a Z at the end, .io.
Excellent. Excellent graphics, man. You guys are killing it.
And the news there is a little bit more chirpy because they don't have a war in BitBull in their metaverse. So, but if there was going to be a war, it'd be like this. All right. Are you watching? Are you watching, Derek?
Yeah, I'm watching it now.
Oh, awesome. Okay. So, Mr. Nice Guy, while I'm waiting for your email, I haven't got it yet. Let me just look also in spam, just in case.
I think he's asking you for your email.
Paul@cryptofactor.net. At cryptofactor.net. And what we're going to do next time is Derek's going to have his email so it can be direct so we don't waste time. We could do it that way. I think it'll be easier rather than going to me than to you. It doesn't make sense. And should we do another riddle? Let's do
You
another
want to do
riddle.
another riddle now? Do you want to talk about something else? Or you want to just go straight to riddles?
Let's just do another riddle. Let's do another riddle.
Okay.
Enough about wars and shit like that, man. Let's do another riddle. Riddle, 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 riddle. We want a riddle, Derek.
Okay.
Meanwhile, what do you guys think of my new camera? Does it look better?
Okay. This is a good one.
Get ready now.
We're 5 little things that you use all the time, and you'll find all of us in a tennis court.
What are 5 little things that you use all of us all the time, and you'll find us in a tennis court? I think I know. But I'm not sure. I am not sure. I might be wrong.
If someone gets this right away, I'm gonna.
5 fingers.
It's a good one. It's a good guess, but that's not it.
Shot. That wasn't it, man. Vowels.
Who got that?
Mr. Nice Guy again.
Yo, Mr. Nice Guy, what are you doing?
We're not gonna give it to you again, though, man. You're not gonna
How
get
did
2
you
in a
get
row.
that?
You're not gonna get 2 in a row.
How is that your first guess?
Congratulations. That was amazing, but we can't give you 2 in a row, man. We have to
Mr.
give
Nice
somebody else.
Guy, are you serious?
He is good, though. He is good.
Who is this guy? Is this a riddle master? Do you have a ringer?
He's a Mr. Nice Guy. Oh,
What?
man. We're going to have to look
Okay.
someone. All right. So if
Okay.
you win, I forgot to look. If you win, you can't straight away answer the next one because we've been through this before, right? Somebody else. It's not fair. All right? It's not fair. So I can't let you win again, Mr. Nice Guy. Congratulations, but I can't let you do it again.
Mr. Nice Guy, I don't know what you do for a living, but if there's a way to make money
plays
answering
tennis.
riddles, you should keep doing it.
He plays tennis. I still haven't got your email, by the way, Mr. Nice Guy. I don't know if it's wait, let me see if I can find another riddle while I go to settings and see if I can do this like
Mr. Nice Guy is too nice. All right, I gotta do something else.
All right.
I'm gonna have to go into my.
One mail. Let's see if that's Mr. Nice Guy. No. Still haven't got his email, man. Hey Derek, do you want to give your email maybe because mine is using like a POP3 account, so it takes a while sometimes, man.
How do I put it in here?
Oh, well, tell me and I'll write it. Oh, you can put it in the chat. Just write it in the chat.
Oh, Mr. Nice Guy said, okay, send.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so I'll give it some time to come. All right, let's do another one. Let's do another giveaway, man. Let's do another riddle. Mr. Nice Guy, don't answer if you know. Be like me, like, oh. Oh, man. All right, Derek. I think YouTube is like...
I gotta find another riddle now.
Fine one, it's okay. Besides, I think YouTube is actually sabotaging this video stream because of the title is not going out. That's because I don't have a lot of people. Don't know why. Maybe it's because of the title with the nukes and everything. Maybe they flagged it.
You think so? Because you put Ukraine and Russia in there?
Possibly. Or people left because they didn't like the subject. They're like, oh, too much negativity. Well, it wasn't really negative. We were just talking. But hey, this is what it is. I still don't have his email. Yeah, put your email in the chat, Derek, because I'm having a problem with my email thing. And I want him to get his tokens. We're putting another email, Mr. Nice Guy, for you to send it.
You want to put it in as D Jones
djones
at unitedcoin.org.
There you go. Just send it there. They're not true Factor fans. Yeah, G-Rock, you are right. They're not true Factor fans. Factor fans. We got the Factor fan, by the way. Don't know if you know that, Derek. You're in the Factor fan.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. All right, another riddle. Let's go.
Okay. There's a kind of house where you enter blind and you come out seeing. What kind of house is it?
House of Jesus.
Ooh.
Tell me that's the answer. That can't be the answer. I just wanted to answer that. So what's the riddle again?
There's a kind of house where you enter blind, but you come out seeing. What kind of house is it?
House of glass.
No.
G-Rock is saying you're VP. Yes, you are the VP of the Factor fam. We talked about this.
Thank you very
but
much.
Then you were too busy and we didn't have time to talk about what that means.
We have no idea what that means.
It means you're the VP. It means you can come onto this
like
channel.
the Vice President of America. Nobody knows what he does. Or actually what she does. Excuse me. Pardon me, ma'am.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Yes. Yes.
Pardon me, ma'am.
Latif Ayan is saying a school.
And they're right. Yes.
And they're right. Congratulations, Latif. And Agaxia also answered. Let me just show you guys because sometimes, you know, it's lagging and people don't know who answered. Right here. If you go right here, under House of Glass, the first person was Latif answering school. And then it was as Gaskia. If you're seeing something different, it's because of latency. Congratulations, Latif. So there you go.
Check the email. Let me see if I got anything.
So you need to send them. You need to send an email right now to djones at unitedcoin.org, right? And he will send you your unit. Send your WhatsApp number to Derek at djonesunitedcoin.org. Mr. Nice Guy just sent it.
How do you confirm whether or not someone is who they say they are?
Do you have more than 2 emails?
How did I get? Oh. I have one email from someone saying they're Mr. Nice Guy.
Okay. If it's only one email, it's probably him because he just sent it. So.
Okay.
We can confirm the next time with a number or something if we need to. If you get more than one, then we can, hopefully the other guy will send his email with his number too. So what are units? Units, Derek, would you like to explain what units are?
Yes, I would love to explain what units are. Units are the only cryptocurrency in the world that you can send and receive using WhatsApp, Google Voice, and SMS. They're also connected to unitedcoin.org. They are backed by all of the NFTs that are created on unitedcoin.org, as well as cryptocurrencies in our reserve account. And that reserve account also holds Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDC.
Awesome. United Coin. By the way, you're still upgrading the website, I saw, yes?
Yes, we are.
Did anything happen with Bitmart yet? Or is it still...
So Just to give you guys a technical update, so the way Bitmart works is they use something called muxed accounts on Stellar. And so these muxed accounts are basically like sub accounts to their main account. And our system isn't made to go to sub accounts currently. They only go to direct to public keys that have their own private key. And so we're having to update in order to allow it to be able to send to these muxed accounts as well. And that's kind of the holdup that we're having currently with sending the Bitmark.
Also, how can I transfer my Stellar from UC to wallet? I tried emailing UC twice about this. Tricky BJJ says.
UC to wallet?
No. Also, how can I transfer my Stellar from United Coin to wallet?
Oh, the Stellar that you have in your United Coin wallet, you're not going to be able to send out. That's held within the wallet so that all your transactions are free.
Is this something he bought on United Coin, or is this something you gave him?
Oh, it's free. We give it 2 Stellar to every person who gets a wallet. And it's so that all of the transactions associated with United Coin on the Stellar blockchain are free. However, the transactions using United Coin require 1 unit.
Tricky BJJ says, I got Stellar worked out to $400. Did he buy Stellar on a United Coin? Can you buy Stellar on United Coin?
No.
That's weird. Tricky, can you give it? I know Tricky very well. He's been on this channel as a subscriber for a while. Tricky, can you explain? Can you explain? Put in the chat exactly what you mean, what's going on, please, so we can work it out with you.
You can also email me directly.
Yeah, email Tricky. Email Derek directly at djones@unitedcoin.org, and he'll take care of it. Warrior TC04, can you confirm if there is an Elon Musk Bitcoin scam going on right now? There's always an Elon Musk Bitcoin scam going on.
Exactly. Unfortunately.
I guess I have ADA. I can just hold it till March the 10th. Should I just exit? I can't.
Mr. Nice Guy already has an account. So I think he's won before, huh?
Maybe, I'm not sure. Is there it's okay if you didn't win the same day, that's fine. Tricky BJJ says, is there a United Coin app coming, Derek? Would be dope.
You know, the reason why we created the wallet the way we did is because a lot of app stores rejected us for about 3 to 4 years. I know that some of their restrictions have been dropped for cryptocurrency apps. So we are coming out with another one. We already have it designed. We just got to get it approved.
Okay, cool. Latif says, I have sent my email ID contains 30.
I'm not sure what that means.
Latif says, well, that's his email. He sent you his email so he can get his money. It contains 30, just so you can verify him. Bro, how will I get my prize money? You will send your WhatsApp number. You will first get $10 on your WhatsApp number, and then you will get another 500. Well, not $10, sorry, 10 units, and then another 500 units on your WhatsApp. Okay, he doesn't have 550 Stellar. He has 550 units.
Ah.
And he will message you about it. Cool. So that makes sense now.
Right. So, Mr. Nice Guy, apparently you've won before. So your wallet was already created. So I'm now sending you your 500 units. You should receive them any moment.
Nice. And don't forget about Latif as well. Latif, you should get a message on your WhatsApp. Did you find his email, by the way?
Right. And he said that his email involves the number 30.
Yeah.
All right. I got that. Awesome.
Shah, you're asking about the Bitcoin halving in 2024. Typically, after a while after the halving, Bitcoin goes up. How much it will go up, we do not know. Very solid answer right there. Mr. Nice Guy has received it. Okay, congratulations. That's awesome. And the thief, have you been sent yet? Agaistia is asking 500 United coin is like 4 USDT? No. It's more like 380? 400? How much is that now?
Right now we're at 84 or 85 cents, somewhere around there. So 500 units would be, let's do the math, 500, $420.
$420. Awesome. So, Latif,
or 420 USDT, excuse me.
Did you send Latif's units yet?
Okay, right now we're creating his account.
Okay, we're creating your account. So there you go. Meanwhile,
so first we're sending in your wallet, Latif. You should receive a message soon.
He's saying, but it's not activated for me.
It is.
It is. Meanwhile,
you should receive 10 units, and you should also receive your temporary PIN code associated with it. Let us know when you receive those 10 units, Latif.
Yeah, Latif, when you receive the first 10 units, let us know so we can send you the next 500 units for winning the riddle, for winning the prize, for winning the riddle, for getting the riddle. Damn it.
Answering the riddle?
For answering the riddle. Not very articulate today, Derek. Man, what have you been doing, by the way? Wait, you had a TED Talk. You had a TED Talk, man. Derek was on a TED Talk. Tell us a little bit about that, man. What was the experience like?
It was pretty awesome, man. It was pretty awesome. I flew up to New York, and it was in Harlem that we did the recording at a place called Silicon Harlem, and it was amazing, man. It was a great opportunity. I was humbled that I was even selected and absolutely honored. And you'll see later on today from 5 to 7 p.m. If you go to our Instagram, go to our link tree, you'll see in the link in bio, you'll see a link to the TEDx talk. It's tonight, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern. And there's a lot of great speakers that are going to be involved. There's going to be a lot on the metaverse, on NFTs, on blockchain and cryptocurrency as well. And, I'll be honest, man, it's amazing, for me. And I'm really happy about it. I can't say much more, I mean, literally, you've been seeing me speak since like 2017.
Yeah, so you're decentralized from the university.
Yeah, so, 5 years later, to be able to be doing a TED Talk and
yeah, that's crazy.
Being a part of this is really awesome, man.
What did you talk about?
So I talked about blockchain and cryptocurrencies, and I don't want to give you guys too much about it, because I want you to go and see the actual talk. I did my best to introduce people to blockchain and cryptocurrencies and to make it something that not only they can digest, but they can use immediately.
Nice, awesome. So maybe our interview will go up as well that we did.
That'd be great, right?
Yeah. So the thief says I did not know what to do. Please guide. I got a message, but did not know what to do with it.
Okay, excellent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you 500 units, Latif. And in that welcome message, you're going to see a link. It's going to go to unitedwallet.io. You're going to want to click that link because it's going to give you a representation of the different commands that you can use with your wallet. And then you're also going to have the opportunity to be able to open up a free FDIC insured bank account using United Coin. And so you'll then be able to use all the services associated with United Coin as well.
Awesome. And also send them maybe the email with the how-to videos as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. All right. So you should get another 500 units now, correct, Eric?
Yes. Latif, I'm finishing up the transaction right now to send you your 500 units.
And hey, if you haven't already, subscribe down below and hit the bell notification button because we do these giveaways all the time. Derek's here almost weekly, giving away units left and right. And I'm here weekly talking shit. So subscribe down below and hit the notification button if you enjoy these shows.
Yeah, you see, you hear my son in the background.
Yeah, I hear him. I hear him. We have kids in the background. We have dogs in the background. We have my dog barking. We're laid back. These are real shows. These are like, we're just chilling and talking. This is what they are. We don't have the studio quality like Crypto Banter. We don't have the studio like BitBoy Crypto. We have our home offices, and we shoot shit. All right, Latif, did you get the other 500, man? Gotta message us, bro. TED Talk, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a blessing, man. That's all I can say.
You're a good speaker, man. I've heard you, man.
I'm all right, man.
You're all right.
I'm okay.
You're all right.
I want to be great, so I do try my best at everything I do.
Who's your which speakers do you study? Did you study the TED Talks speaking book or something? I think I have a copy. Have you studied it?
Yeah. What'd you say? Say it again.
Talk Like TED or something like that.
Oh well, we actually get there's actually like a workbook we receive.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I think I have a book here somewhere. I have a book that tells you how it's about all the TED Talk speakers. I think it's called Talk Like TED or something like that. Something like that anyway. Guys, thoughts on Gala? I think Gala is pretty cool. If the metaverse goes up, it'll pull other tokens with it, and I think Gala is going to be one of them because it's like got different kind of projects releasing on it. So Gala, so I think Gala is going to do very good. I got into the graph and some Gala. I got some spare cash. Should I toss more into Gala? I think the graph is good, but I think it's a future play. I would rather toss it into Gala. But right now, with everything down so much, why not take the opportunity to get into Luna? Take the opportunity to get into projects like Axie Infinity, or even blue chip like Mana or Sand. And I'm not saying you should do it now, by the way, because we don't know. It's pretty uncertain. I think the safest play was to get into Bitcoin right now. But if you do get into something like that, why not get into something like that? Or save your money for a month and get into bitbulls.io. Shameless pun.
Shameless plug. I think that's going to be a great project, man. When I saw your motion capture, I was like,
yeah. And we're working on a lot.
Serious.
We're working on a lot. Music videos coming out pretty soon. It's been delayed because of the war and everything. They didn't want to put it out on a negative vibe, but the music video is going to come out with the Bitbulls at the end of the as a cameo, as a part of the music video, and then there's going to be another one all done in animation with Bitbulls. Pretty awesome. Very excited.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's really cool.
Tricky says, I'll share and pump your Luna, your Bitbulls. Awesome, man. Are you in our Discord, by the way? You should join the Discord, the Bitbulls Discord channel. Let me put it up for people here, because I never talk about my shit. I always talk about other people. I never talk about my own stuff.
That's true.
I don't like
Latif, yes, it will work in India as well. United Coin works in all non-sanctioned countries.
Let me just find the... Here, let me get this link for you guys. You want to be in the Discord. Believe me, you want to be in the Discord. The Bitbull Discord! I should get some animations coming up where I push the buttons and there's different animations coming up, like join our Discord with stuff like that. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. So the thief has received it. Congratulations. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here with us again, Derek. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. And Derek, want to say anything before we go?
Hey man, my heart goes out to everybody in Russia and Ukraine. Blessings out to everybody. Blessings out to the entire world. Nobody really wants to have war. We love each other. We all love humans. And if you guys are interested in cryptocurrency, you can check out unitedcoin.org.
Well done.